This is chapter 3 of the book titled God's Gift to Women. I arrived at the Park Avenue Motel late that morning. The place seemed unchanged since my college days. The soda machine had the same dents on the front. I must have kicked that piece of junk thousands of times trying to get my quarters back. The window shutters and doors were the same dingy lime green color. I doubted they had a fresh coat of paint since '85. I couldn't help laughing as I looked up at the neon marquee. It read, "Welcome to the fabulous Park Avenue." And then, in small letters, hourly rates available. I guess this dump would seem fabulous if you're drunk as hell and horny at 1 o'clock in the morning, I said to myself. When I walked into the office, old man Johnson was in his usual position, feet propped up on the counter, cigar in his mouth, and holding his remote control. He was a short, chubby man with bad skin and a thick gray beard. If it wasn't for his cranky personality and foul language, he would have made one hell of a Santa Claus. I see nothing has changed around this joint. "Hey, Firebird!" He sprang up from his chair, came from behind the bulletproof glass, and gave me a hug. "Boy, just look at you. Ain't changed a bit. Glad to see you, all grown up and successful." Well, I've been grown up for a while, but the success is brand new. "Glad life is treating you so well. Most of the guys you grew up with are either dead or in jail," he said while reaching for a key on the wall. "But I know you didn't come down here to talk about the good old days. Here's the keys to Eddie's room. If you need anything, give me a holler. I'm sure everything is okay. He's probably passed out from drinking too much." I hurried down to Eddie's room, which was at the end of the lot. I tried to see through the window, but the curtains were drawn too tight, but I could hear the television playing. I banged on the door with my fist. "Eddie, you in there?" I yelled. "It's me, Julian." But there was no reply. My heart raced as I put the key in the lock and slowly pushed the door open. The room was dark, except for the light from the television. I reached over and switched on the lights. To my surprise, the room was empty. The linen on the bed was a mess, and liquor bottles were all over the place. A 6-pack of Bacardi coolers were on the dresser, a half pint of Henny, no shoes, no nothing. Suddenly, I heard a noise coming from the bathroom. I picked up the empty malt liquor bottle and slowly approached the door. "Eddie, is that you? Whoever you are, come out. I've got a gun and I'll blow your fucking brains out." Once I got closer, I put my ear to the door. I heard a muffled sound. My heart was beating 100 miles an hour. I was scared to death, but I had to make a move. I took a deep breath, gripped my malt liquor bottle, and began counting. 1, 2, 3, and I kicked in the door. "What the?" I shouted as I looked down at the floor. I couldn't believe my eyes. There was Eddie, butt naked, handcuffed to the toilet with a pair of lace pink panties on. His mouth was covered with duct tape, and his feet were bound with rope. When I removed the tape, I expected him to be hysterical. "Hey man, what took you so long?" "Is that all you have to say? You scared the shit out of me." "Can we discuss your anxiety after you take these goddamn panties off me?" Just then, old man Johnson came running into the room pointing his pistol. "Is everything all right?" Everything is cool, Mr. Johnson, I told him. Just stay where you are. Don't come in here. You must be crazy, he said, walking towards the bathroom. This is my establishment. I have a right to know what's going on. When he looked down at Eddie handcuffed to the toilet with the panties over his big butt, he burst out laughing. Hey, man, if you want to get freaky with fixtures, it's going to cost you extra. He laughed. Very funny, you old bastard. Just go get something to take these cuffs off with. Okay, I'll be right back, Mr. Johnson said as he backed out the door. But don't get mad at me, Mr. Plumber. I'm not the one who changed your big ass to the toilet. I was laughing so hard I almost pissed on myself. Eddie tried not to laugh, but he couldn't hold it in. While we waited for Mr. Johnson to get back, I untied the rope and tore the panties from around Eddie's waist. You know I can't wait to hear this story. I sat down on the tub. What happened? I ran into the wrong woman. That's what happened. Woman? You mean you had your threesome up in here? Stop acting so surprised. It's not the first time. Yeah, but it's the first time they jacked you for your drawers. Don't forget my wallet, jewelry, cell phone, and my camera equipment. But how in the world did they get your big ass handcuffed to the toilet? The hell if I know. The last thing I remember, I was lying on my back getting a massage. They must have drugged me with something. I was so high, I ain't feel it coming. Eddie stood 6'5", weighed 230 pounds, and was very muscular. His skin was dark brown and his face was smooth, no mustache, no beard. In high school, we called him Fast Eddie because he was quick to get into the woman's pants. I guess he was too quick for his own good that night. You want me to call the cops? Hell no. Are you crazy? How would I explain this to Denise if this case went to court? I'll just take the loss and chalk it up to experience. Just then, Mr. Johnson came strolling in with the laundry bag and a bobby pin. It took him all of 30 seconds to pick the lock. Here are some old clothes from the lost and found. Don't worry, they're clean, he said while unpacking the bag. The shirt should fit, but the pants might be a little tight. He pulled out a bright orange long sleeve double knit shirt and a pair of purple polyester pants. Eddie put them on and then checked himself in the mirror. Man, I look like a poor ass pimp. Beggars can't be choosers. I guess you're right. Thanks, old man. Don't mention it, Prince. Mr. Johnson left the room laughing so hard tears were running down his cheeks. Eddie was getting upset, so I tried not to make matters worse by joining in. You know I'm never going to hear the end of this. You got that right, I told him. We'll be talking about this for a long time. Speaking of a long time, I haven't taken a piss in 12 hours. If I don't go soon, there's going to be a flash flood up in here. He closed the bathroom door. By the way, I told Denise that you were on a photo shoot at Lake Michigan with a client who was advertising sunscreen. I know she ain't by that weak line. No, I don't think so, I said. But she did say she was coming out tonight to help me celebrate. So I guess she wasn't too upset. Don't worry about Denise. She's whooped. I don't know, man. Sounds like she's getting fed up. That woman been trying to walk away from me for the past 3 years, Eddie said arrogantly. If she had the power to leave me, she would have did that a long time ago. You need to seriously consider settling down and doing the right thing, Eddie. Denise is a damn good woman. Don't start with that again, Julian. I don't want to hear it. Not today. All I'm saying is, this Horace lifestyle is catching up with you. Can't you see this incident is a sign that you need to chill out? When he came out the bathroom, he had an irritated look on his face. I should have left it alone, but I didn't. Eddie, You're 35 years old, you have your own business, and a woman who's been with you through thick and thin. Denise even co-signed on the lease for your studio because your credit was shot. Why can't you? That's enough. He cut me off. Denise this, Denise that. If you think she's such a fucking great woman, why don't you marry her? If I'm not mistaken, you don't have a wife. The room became silent and tense. I looked him dead in the eye, then headed for the door. Just as I was about to turn the knob, Eddie pressed his hand against the door. Wait a minute, Julian. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. You're right. It is none of my business. No, I was out of line. I know you're only trying to look out for me. You've been like a big brother to me ever since high school. That's 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not going to throw that away because of an argument over a woman. But this is my life, and I have a right to live it my way. If that means having sex with one woman or 100, that's my choice. Denise has always known that. She knows what I was about, and she accepts me. All I'm asking from you as a friend is to do the same. You're right, Eddie. I put my hand on his shoulder. Sometimes friends think they know what's best for each other, when all that shit really matters is their happiness. It's obvious that you're happy living the life the way you do, I said to him. But I want you to know that the reason I'm so hard on you is because I love you. I love you too, man, he said. Then we hugged. Just promise me one thing, Eddie. What's that? Try to be more careful. This AIDS epidemic is real, not to mention all the crazy women out there. Look at what happened tonight.
Okay, I promise.
He raised his right hand as if he was taking an oath. From now on, I only pick up women at church and Bible study. He laughed. Those are the biggest freaks anyway. Man, you're hopeless. That is the end of chapter 3. Stay tuned.